Amara woke up alone. The sheets beside her were cold, empty. Tae-hyun was gone. She sat up, heart pounding. Last night, their first night together after 3 years, had been perfect. He'd held her, loved her, whispered promises against her skin. "You're mine now, really mine. I'm never letting you go. This is just the beginning." So where was he? She found a note on the pillow. Backhand index pointing right, hold on. Please, if you skipped part 1, go back now. The truth you're about to hear will hit differently once you do. Subscribe to AfroKorean StoryVault if you live for dangerous love stories. Let's pick up from the moment everything broke. Had to step out. Emergency. Don't leave the penthouse. I'll explain everything when I get back. Trust me. Emergency. What emergency? Amara's phone buzzed. Unknown number. She answered. "Hello, Mrs. Kong." A woman's voice. Cold. Familiar. Or should I say, the contract wife who finally got what she wanted? "Who is this? You don't remember me? We met at the charity luncheon. Yoon Ji-woo, your husband's ex-girlfriend." Amara's blood ran cold. "What do you want?" "To give you a warning. Last night, your precious first night together, it wasn't real." "What are you talking about?" "The contract. Did you actually read clause 47? All of it?" "Yes. It said the marriage had to remain unconsummated for 3 years to protect me." "Keep reading, sweetheart." Clause 47, subsection B. Amara's hands shook as she pulled up the contract on her tablet. Scrolled to clause 47 there. Subsection B. Upon expiration of the 3-year protection period, should the marriage be consummated, the spouse shall be required to undergo a mandatory 6-month evaluation period, during which Kang Tae-hyun reserves the right to nullify the marriage without penalty if he determines the relationship is not sustainable long-term. The tablet slipped from her fingers. "You're lying." "Am I?" Ask yourself, where is your devoted husband this morning? Why did he leave you alone after the most important night of your relationship? Why did he leave a note instead of waking you up? He said there was an emergency. There is an emergency meeting with his lawyers to discuss whether he wants to keep you or activate the nullification clause. "No, he loves me," he said. He said what you needed to hear to get you into his bed. Men like Tae-hyun don't marry for love, sweetheart. They marry for strategy. And now that the 3 years are up, now that he's had what he wanted, he's deciding if you're worth keeping long-term. You're just trying to. Turn on the news. Channel 7. Amara grabbed the remote, turned on the TV. Her face filled the screen. Breaking. Kang Tae-hyun's contract wife. Was last night's consummation a mistake? Sources say Mafia King having second thoughts. Her stomach dropped. "The question isn't whether he'll leave you," Ji-woo said. "It's whether you'll have the dignity to leave first. Before he breaks your heart completely." The line went dead. Amara sat frozen, staring at the news, at her own face. The door opened. Tae-hyun walked in. Suit perfect. Expression unreadable. "We need to talk." And Amara realized, maybe last night wasn't the beginning. Maybe it was the end. Tae-hyun stood in the doorway. His expression was harder than she'd ever seen it. "Did you watch the news?" "Yes." Her voice trembled. "Is it true? About clause 47, subsection B?" He didn't answer immediately, just walked to the window, looked out at Seoul. "Who called you?" "Ji-woo. Your ex." His jaw clenched. "What did she tell you?" "That you're having second thoughts. That last night was just a test. That you're meeting with lawyers to nullify our marriage." Silence. "Tae-hyun, please. Just tell me the truth." He turned. His eyes were dark, unreadable. "There is a subsection B." Her heart shattered. "But let me finish." He crossed to her, took her hands. "Yes, there's a subsection B. Yes, it gives me the right to nullify the marriage. But Amara, why didn't you tell me?" "Because I was never going to use it. Ever." "Then why is it in the contract?" "My father. He insisted on it when we first drew up the agreement. A safety clause. In case things didn't work out." I tried to remove it a dozen times, but legally, both parties have to agree to amendments. And your father's signature was required. My father knew? He insisted on it too, to protect you, in case I turned out to be someone you couldn't love. The room spun. So all this time I knew that clause existed, and I didn't care, because I was never letting you go. Not in 3 years. Not in 6 months. Not ever. Then why did you leave this morning? Why the emergency meeting? Because Jiwoo leaked the clause to the press. And now every rival family in Seoul knows about it. Knows there's a 6-month window where our marriage might be vulnerable. Where you might be vulnerable. Understanding dawned. The meeting was with my lawyers, to make the clause null and void, to remove any possibility of nullification, to make our marriage permanent and unbreakable. He pulled out papers, legal documents, signed and stamped. As of an hour ago, Clause 47, subsection B no longer exists. You're my wife, permanently, no clauses, no contracts, no escape routes. Tears streamed down her face. You did that. I would burn every contract in the world for you. She threw her arms around him, held him tight. I'm sorry. I should have trusted you. No, I should have told you about the clause from the beginning. I didn't want you to think I was keeping an exit strategy. Were you? Never. You've been my forever since the day I met you. They held each other, the news still playing in the background, the world still spinning around them. But in that moment, nothing else mattered. Tae-hyun's phone buzzed. Once, twice, 10 times. He pulled away, checked it. His expression changed instantly. What's wrong? Get dressed. Now. The urgency in his voice made her stomach drop. Downstairs, Tae-hyun's security team filled the living room. His second-in-command, Choi Sang-woo, looked grim. Show her, Tae-hyun said. Sang-woo pulled up a video on the tablet. Park Jin-ho's face filled the screen. Congratulations on your legal marriage, Kang. I hope the paperwork was worth it. Because while you were busy making your wife permanent, I was making her a permanent target. The video cut to images. Photos of Amara, leaving work, shopping, at the gym, dozens of them. We've been watching her for months, waiting for the contract to end, waiting for you to finally claim her. And now that she's truly yours, she's fair game. Amara's blood ran cold. Jiwoo sends her regards, by the way. She played her part perfectly. Distracted you just long enough. Tae-hyun's fists clenched. Here's the deal. You have 72 hours to transfer complete control of Busan operations to the Park family. If you don't, your wife dies. Simple as that. The video ended. Silence. Tae-hyun's jaw was clenched so tight Amara thought it might break. We need to move her, Sang-woo said. Safe house. Full security detail. Lockdown protocol. No. Everyone turned to Tae-hyun. No lockdown. No hiding. His voice was deadly calm. We end this. Today. Tae-hyun. If they get to her. They won't. He looked at Amara. I'm not letting anyone take you from me. Not now. Not ever. Tae-hyun gathered his inner circle. 6 men he'd trusted with his life for years. Jin-ho wants Busan. He's not getting it. But we'll make him think he is. A trap, Sang-woo said. Exactly. We set up a fake transfer meeting. Draw him out. End this once and for all. He'll expect that. Good. Let him expect it. He won't expect what comes next. Tae-hyun laid out the plan. It was dangerous. Risky. Could get people killed. But it was their only shot. Amara listened. Fear and pride warring in her chest. This was her husband. Not the cold, distant man from the contract. But the real Tae-hyun. The leader. The protector. The man who'd burn the world down to keep her safe. What about me? She asked. Everyone turned. You stay here. Safe. Protected. Absolutely not. Amara. If Jin-ho wants to use me as bait, let's give him bait. But on our terms. No. Too dangerous. Everything about your life is dangerous. I'm part of that life now. Let me help. Tae-hyun looked at her, the war playing out on his face. Finally, he nodded. Okay, but you follow every instruction. No improvising. No heroics. Deal. The meeting was set for an abandoned warehouse in Incheon, neutral territory. Tae-hyun's team arrived first, positioned snipers, set up cameras, prepared for war. Amara wore a wire, a tracker, a panic button disguised as a bracelet. You stay in the car until I signal, Tae-hyun said. If anything goes wrong, Sang-woo gets you out. Understood. Understood. He cupped her face, kissed her like it might be the last time. I love you. I love you too. Come back to me. Always. Park Jin-ho arrived with 20 men. Tae-hyun had 30. They faced each other in the empty warehouse. Tension thick enough to cut. You came, Jin-ho said, smiling. I wasn't sure you would. Let's get this over with. Where's the lovely Mrs. Kong? I was hoping to meet her properly. She's safe. Far from you. Pity. I had plans for her. Tae-hyun's expression went deadly. Touch her and I'll kill everyone you've ever loved. Bold words. But you're outnumbered. Am I? That's when Tae-hyun's reinforcements emerged from the shadows. 50 men. Armed. Ready. Jin-ho's smile faltered. You think I'd come unprepared? You threatened my wife. That was your first mistake. Your last mistake was thinking I'd let you walk away. You can't kill me. My family will. Your family is already neutralized. Jin-ho was on his knees, surrounded, defeated. Any last words? Tae-hyun asked. You think this is over? My family will never stop coming for you. For her. Your family just watched you lose everything on live stream. Sang-woo held up a tablet. Every family head in Seoul saw this. You're done. They won't lift a finger to save you. Jin-ho's expression crumbled. Tae-hyun leaned close. You threatened my wife. That was unforgivable. One shot. Jin-ho fell. It was over. The fallout took weeks. Park family operations collapsed. Other families scrambled to fill the void. But Tae-hyun controlled the chaos. Consolidated power. Made it clear. Anyone who threatened his wife would meet the same fate. Seoul's underground had a new rule. Amara Kong was untouchable. But Amara herself was struggling. She'd killed 2 men that night, in self-defense, to save Tae-hyun. But she'd still taken lives. Tae-hyun found her on the balcony one night, staring at the city. Can't sleep. No. He stood beside her, silent. I keep seeing their faces, she whispered. I know. Does it get easier? No. But you learn to carry it. I don't know if I can. He turned her to face him. You did what you had to do. To survive. To protect us. That doesn't make you a bad person. How do you know? Because I know you. And you're the best person I've ever met. Tears fell. He held her. Let her cry. Let her grieve. We'll get through this. Together. Promise. Promise. Slowly, life returned to something like normal. Tae-hyun stepped back from day-to-day operations. Delegated more. Spent time actually being a husband. They went on dates. Real ones. Movies. Dinners. Walks along the Han River. Simple things Amara had dreamed about during those 3 years of distance. This is nice, she said one evening, hand in his as they strolled through a park. What is this? Being normal. We're not normal. No. But we can pretend for a few hours. He smiled, kissed her under a streetlight. I like pretending with you. 3 months after Jin-ho's death, Destiny cornered Amara at coffee. Okay, spill. Spill what? You've been weird for weeks. Tired. Moody. Crying at random things. Are you pregnant? Amara's coffee cup froze halfway to her mouth. What? No. She stopped. When was her last period? Oh my God. Oh my God. Destiny squealed. You're pregnant. I don't know. Maybe. I haven't. We're going to the pharmacy. Right now. 20 minutes later, Amara stared at 3 positive pregnancy tests in Destiny's bathroom. Holy shit. Holy shit. Destiny hugged her. You're having a baby. Does Tae-hyun know? No. I just found out. Girl, go tell him. Now. Amara found Tae-hyun in his study. We need to talk. He looked up, saw her face, immediately stood. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I have something to tell you. Okay. She took a breath. I'm pregnant. Silence. Tae-hyun stared at her like she'd just spoken another language. You're… what? Pregnant. We're having a baby. More silence. Then his face broke, just completely shattered into the biggest smile she'd ever seen. We're having a baby? Yes. He crossed the room, picked her up, spun her around. We're having a baby. He was laughing, crying. Amara, we're having a baby. I know. He set her down, dropped to his knees, pressed his hands to her still flat stomach. Bubby. I'm your dad. I'm so happy you're here. So happy. Amara started crying too. This was everything. But the happiness didn't last long. At the 12-week ultrasound, the technician went quiet. Is something wrong? Amara asked, gripping Tae-hyun's hand. No. Everything's fine. The technician smiled. I need to get the doctor. Why? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I promise. The doctor came in, looked at the screen, smiled. Congratulations. You're having triplets. The room tilted. I'm sorry, what? Amara's voice was faint. Triplets. 3 babies. See? Here, and here. 3 heartbeats. All strong and healthy. Tae-hyun looked like he might pass out. 3. We're having 3 babies. Yes. Congratulations. The car ride home was silent. Both processing. 3 babies. Finally, Tae-hyun spoke. 3. We're having triplets. Yes. More silence. Then he started laughing. Deep, genuine laughter. What's so funny? We spent 3 years not touching. And now we're having 3 babies. The universe has a sense of humor. Amara laughed too, because he was right. Can we handle 3 babies? We can handle anything. Together. He took her hand. We've got this. The pregnancy was hard. Amara's body wasn't built for 3 babies. By 20 weeks, she could barely walk. By 30 weeks, she was on bed rest. Tae-hyun was by her side constantly, working from home, bringing her food, rubbing her swollen feet, reading to her belly. You're doing amazing, he'd say every day. I'm the size of a house. You're beautiful. Growing our babies. There's nothing more beautiful. You're biased. Absolutely. But I'm also right. She loved him more every day. At 20 weeks, they found out the genders. 2 girls. 1 boy. Tae-hyun Creed. Again. 2 girls and a boy. Amara, we're having 2 girls and a daughter. I know. I'm going to be outnumbered. Good. You deserve it. He laughed. They started planning. Bought a bigger house. 3 nurseries. 3 of everything. Destiny threw a baby shower. Tae-hyun's men showed up with ridiculous gifts, bulletproof strollers, tactical baby carriers, a security system for the nursery. You know babies don't need tactical gear, right? Amara said. My babies do, Tae-hyun replied. She couldn't even argue. At 32 weeks pregnant, barely able to move, Amara was home alone when the security alarm went off. Someone had breached the perimeter. Her heart raced. She grabbed the phone, called Tae-hyun. Someone's here. I hear. Gunshots. Downstairs. Amara, hide. Now. I'm 10 minutes away. She moved as fast as she could. Locked herself in the panic room Tae-hyun had installed. More gunshots. Shouting. Then silence. Tae-hyun burst through the door 7 minutes later. Are you okay? The babies. We're fine. What happened? Park Jin-ho's cousin. Revenge attempt. He's dead. It's over. But Amara was shaking, crying. I can't do this. I can't live like this. Always waiting for the next attack. Not with babies coming. They deserve better. Tae-hyun held her. You're right. They do. We all do. That night, Tae-hyun called a meeting with all the family heads. I'm out. Silence. What? Sang-woo asked. I'm stepping down. Retiring. Leaving Seoul's underground completely. You can't. I can. I am. My wife is pregnant with triplets. I'm not risking their lives. Or hers. So I'm out. Sang-woo, you'll take over operations. I'm done. The room erupted in protests. But Tae-hyun's mind was made up. Family comes first. Always. Tae-hyun sold everything. Liquidated his criminal empire. Kept only legitimate businesses. They moved to Jeju Island. Away from Seoul. Away from danger. Bought a house by the ocean. Peaceful. Safe. Perfect for raising kids. Are you sure about this? Amara asked. Never been more sure of anything. You're giving up everything you built. No. I'm gaining everything that matters. He kissed her. Kissed her belly where their 3 babies grew. This is my empire now. You. Them. This is what I want. At 34 weeks, Amara went into labor. Early but not dangerously so. Tae-hyun drove her to the hospital. Held her hand through every contraction. You've got this. You're the strongest person I know. I'm scared. Me too. But we're doing this together. The C-section was scheduled. Triplets were safer delivered surgically. Tae-hyun was in scrubs, holding her hand while the doctors worked. Then they heard it. The first cry. Baby A boy. Tae-hyun's eyes filled with tears. Another cry. Baby B, a girl. More tears. The third cry. Louder than the others. Baby C. A girl. Amara sobbed. 3 babies. Their babies. Healthy and crying and perfect. One by one they were brought over. Their first son. Kan-hyeon. Big. Strong. Perfect. Their first daughter. Kang Seo-yeon. Smaller but fierce. Fighting spirit already showing. Their second daughter. Kang Hana. Tiny. Beautiful. Already had her daddy wrapped around her finger. They're perfect. Tae-hyun whispered. Just like their father. No. Like their mother. 2 weeks in the NICU. Standard for 34-weekers. Tae-hyun was there every day. Doing skin to skin. Learning to feed them. Change them. Love them. When they finally came home, it was chaos. 3 babies. 3 schedules. No sleep. But it was also magic. Ji-hoon was the calm one. Easy. Content as long as someone held him. Seon-yeon was curious. Always alert. Always watching. Hannah was the boss. Loud. Demanding. Making sure everyone knew what she needed. We made these, Amara said one exhausted night. Both of them on the couch with babies. We did. They're perfect. They're ours. 6 months after the triplets were born, Tae-hyun planned something. A beach picnic. Just them and the babies. Sunset. Waves. Perfect weather. He set up a blanket. Food. Flowers. What's this? Amara asked. A do-over. What? He got down on one knee. Pulled out a ring. 3 years ago, I married you for business. 6 months ago, I proposed because I had to for the press. But I never did this the right way. So, he took her hand. Amara Johnson Kong. Mother of my children. Love of my life. Best thing that ever happened to me. Will you marry me? Again. For real. Because I choose you. Every day. Forever. Tears streamed down her face. Yes. Always yes. He slipped the ring on. Kissed her while their babies cooed in their carriers. Perfect. The wedding was small. Intimate. On the beach in Jeju. Destiny was maid of honor. Sang-woo was best man. The triplets were there. 6 months old. Dressed in tiny formal wear. When Amara walked down the aisle, no contract this time, just love. Tae-hyun cried. Again. You look beautiful. You look happy. I am. Happier than I've ever been. The vows were simple. I promise to love you. Protect you. Choose you. Every day. No matter what. I promise to stand by you. Trust you. Build this life with you. Forever. When they kissed, their babies started crying. Everyone laughed. Perfect chaos. 1 year after the triplets were born, life had found its rhythm. Ji-hoon was walking. Tae-hyun was close behind. Hannah was ruling the house with an iron fist despite being the smallest. Tae-hyun had fully retired, ran legitimate businesses from home, spent most of his time being a dad. Amara had started her own consulting firm, worked part-time, spent the rest with her family. They had Sunday dinners on the beach, took family trips, celebrated every small milestone. One evening, after putting the triplets to bed, they sat on their balcony overlooking the ocean. "Do you miss it?" Amara asked. "Soul, the power, the life." "Not even a little bit." "Really? Really?" He pulled her close. "I have everything I need right here. 3 screaming toddlers and a wife who hasn't slept in a year?" "Exactly." She laughed. "I love you, Kang Tae-hyun." "I love you, Amara Kang." "Thank you." "For what?" "For waiting. For staying. For giving me this. Them. Everything. It was worth the wait. Every second." They sat in comfortable silence, watching the stars, thinking about the journey. 3 years of distance. 3 years of longing. 1 contract that became real love. 3 babies that made them a family. And a lifetime ahead. Together. 5 years later, Ji-hoon, Seo-yeon, and Hannah were running on the beach. 6 years old. Wild. Happy. Free. Tae-hyun chased them. Picked up Jin-hoon when she demanded it. Let the girls tackle him into the sand. Amara watched from the blanket. Pregnant again. Just 3 months. 1 baby this time.
À surprise.
"Mom, come play," Jin-hoon shouted. "In a minute, baby." Tae-hyun jogged over, collapsed beside her. "They're going to kill me." "You love it."
Ido.
He kissed her, placed his hand on her still small belly. "Another one. Are you ready?" "With you? Always." The kids ran over, piled on top of them, sticky and sandy and perfect. This was their life. Not the one they'd planned. Not the one in the contract. But the one they'd built. Together. Through distance and danger and impossible odds. Family. A real family. And Amara wouldn't change a single second. Not even the 3 years of waiting. Because it led here. To this moment. To this love. To this perfect, chaotic, beautiful life. Thanks for watching part 2, AfroKorean StoryVault fam. White heart if the story had you feeling all the emotions. Smash that like button. Drop a comment. Did you love the ending? What was your favorite moment, part 1 or part 2? If you haven't watched part 1 yet, check the description box below so you don't miss how everything began. Don't forget to subscribe for more forbidden romance, Mafia love stories, and happy endings that will make you cry. Your support means a lot to me. Share this with someone who loves and emotional stories.